Hello and welcome. My name is Wendy Reese Hartman, and this is the first episode of the Mindful Mondays. Happy New Year. I'm going to talk about bending time. And this concept partially started when a friend of mine told me a story about being in a martial arts class, and a much, much bigger person was grappling with her, and she could see his fist coming towards her head, and she heard in her mind her teacher say, "Relax completely." And as this fist is getting closer and closer to her head, she hears herself say, "Relax completely," and she does it. And as she does, it gives her just enough of a shift that her opponent's hand goes past her face and she was able to take him down. Our brain has a way of slowing situations in order for us to be able to react more effectively and efficiently. It's what keeps us safe and alive in really dangerous life and death situations, but most of us are not in a life and death situation regularly. And it's not the only way that the mind can slow time. You can also harness this skill when you're in a flow state. A flow state is a state when action and awareness merge, when self and self-consciousness disappear, when time dilation happens. Everything is effortless. Performance is accelerated because our physical skills are amplified in that moment. And our brain can process faster and more effectively. Flow state actually makes you 5 times or 500% more productive. Flow state is a cycle with 4 distinct stages. The first one is struggle. It's when we're in over our heads. We start to feel that challenge. Second stage is a relaxation response, when we begin to focus on our breath and lowering our respiratory rate. It switches the chemicals and takes the brain from beta waves, which are faster, to alpha waves, which is slower. That takes us into the flow state, which is when you get that productivity and everything is just syncing really, really brilliantly. And then the last stage is the recovery phase. It's an integration through delta frequencies that are similar to deep sleep or in deep sleep. So it's that processing time afterwards that really begins to integrate all of this together. So let's talk about that second phase. It's the one that my friend I mentioned earlier connected to relax completely. You can enter this, as I mentioned earlier too, by changing your respiratory pattern. So right now, take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your lips. Repeat that a couple more times, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your lips. You could even close your eyes to remove some sensory input. And as you continue to breathe like this, lightly press your feet into the ground. Notice if you can feel your heart beating in your chest. And just begin to notice any changes in the heart rate. Notice if your muscles are starting to relax. And if you're shifting into a flow state, you start to feel this sense of calmness and complete presence. As I mentioned earlier, you're 500% more productive in the flow state. And that's why I call this bending time. If I relax completely, slow my respiratory rate, decrease my stress response, I can be more effective and efficient and productive. I'm more creative. I have better pattern recognition, and that means I solve problems more effectively than the average person around me. I personally spend time daily practicing mindfulness or meditation so that when I'm in an acutely stressful situation, my body and brain are already trained to relax completely. And I truly believe yoga assists with this too, because it teaches me embodiment. My whole being is able to engage in the relax completely. So here's my Mindful Monday Inspired Action Challenge. Practice this simple breathing, observing and pressing the feet into the floor at least 3 times today. maybe take about, 10 breaths like this just to try it out. And the bonus is if you do one practice of this during a really high stressful situation, such as if you're in traffic, don't close your eyes, obviously, or you're in a hurry and you need to get somewhere and there's a really long line. This is a great place to be able to practice that. And I'd love to hear about your experiences. So leave a comment below and be sure to check out my new YouTube channel and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Infinite love and gratitude. Until next time, be whole.